All right, guys. So, got my tractor here. First one I've ever owned. It's a 2000 model, 4100, of course. It's got the 410 bucket on it. So, when I bought this thing, it was pretty clean. Of course, I've used the crap out of it. But I had to get these seals replaced. It started leaking out fluid really bad out here. It's like, okay, cool. Took them off. They come off really simple. Just take the cotter pin off, pop that out. They come right off. You take them to get rebuilt. Whatever you do, you can. I had to take them to JohnDeere just because they didn't know what kind of seals they were needing. They needed the cylinders right there. And even though there is a serial number right there, and the serial number on the bucket over there, you see it? They're like, man, those don't match up. You have to bring them in. Let us see what seals you need, and we'll rebuild it for you. I was like, man, all right. So we did it. At the end of it, $700, man. $712, something like that. Never again. Never again. While I was there, I went in and had them order me a second set of seals and everything like that for these pistons. In case, or when it happens again. I found a place, like just a regular tractor shop here in town locally. I called them up. It's like, yeah, man, if you have the seals already, we'll do it for $120 a cylinder. I'm like, wow. All right. So, just public service announcement. Take the JohnDeere if you absolutely have to, like I did, because they couldn't match up the right part numbers with the seals I was needing. That way they get it done. But on the bright side, they did paint them again. Did a pretty good job. So, silver lining. Now, next thing, man, when these things started leaking, they started leaking oil really bad. Like, I lost a lot of hydraulic fluid on this thing. It turns out in these tractors, which, by the way, there's not much on the internet about these tractors, by the way, not even videos. I do not have the hydraulic static. I have the gear transmission on this. So, pretty much means that I actually have 8 gears on the thing. And when I put it in reverse, it goes in reverse. Lower, high goes, forward. Hydrostatic, you have pedals that go forward and reverse. You have to constantly going back and forth like that. I don't have that on this one. I didn't want that on there. It's not a bad system, just I don't want it. I didn't want it. So, turns out in this tractor, if you have one similar or some same, this, you call me stupid, I don't care. I didn't know. This is the fill plug for your transmission as well as your hydraulic fluid. It uses the same fluid. I verified this because I called JohnDeere and I had to call like 4 or 5 different JohnDeere dealerships because no one knew until finally like the last guys I talked to. So yeah, so there's a dipstick for that. But like I said, it's the same fluid. And another thing is they want you to, of course, to buy their JohnDeere fluid. Forget that. A 5-gallon jug from JohnDeere is like maybe $150, $200. Forget that. 5-gallon jug, universal fluid. This stuff from O'Reilly's, it's like $70, man, $75. Just use that stuff, dude. And all I'm gonna use my little transfer pump here I've got here. Real simple. Fill it up in there. Make sure I got something to show on the dipstick. After I attach these lines, you don't have to worry about bleeding nothing or anything like that. Just attach the lines on both sides, of course. And then you're going to deadhead your bucket. So you're going to do where it goes all the way up and all the way down slowly until your wheels pretty much come off the ground. When you do that, that pretty much gets all the air out of the cylinder when you go up and down. So once you do that, you should be good to go. Then after that, of course, you want to double check to see if you have fluid inside there, because it's going to use up fluid to fill these cylinders back up, of course, right? So make sure you got fluid in there. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that because I couldn't find anything online on how to do this stuff. None of the videos. They're for different type of tractors. Nothing was straightforward telling you that's where you do the oil. That's where you fill it back up. Because the bigger tractors is what I kept on finding. It's something you do in the back. We don't need that. So this tractor right there, whether it's a hydrostatic or just a gear transmission like mine is, that's where you fill it up for both. Same fluid. So I hope this helps someone. I wish I would have had this before, but hey man, I figured it out. Good luck.